Hey y'all, I got my first seed order in of the season and I'm super excited. And I thought I would sit out here and enjoy my 66-degree weather and show y'all some new things I'm growing this year. When I woke up this morning, it was 36 degrees and there was frost everywhere, which just totally caused me to panic. But I'm enjoying the high now. So let's kind of get into it. I did buy a new cabbage. It's the Bajonet hybrid cabbage, supposedly up to 6-pound heads. 75 days. I actually have maybe some time to start some of these. We plant out our tomatoes in the ground like the last week of February, typically. So I'm starting tomatoes and peppers in like 2 weeks from now. But anyway, I did buy one new cabbage. I also have a new herb, new to me. Let me know if you've ever grown anything like this. It's called black cumin. And I'm pretty sure it says its flavor is slightly peppery with hints of onion and oregano. Sounds good. I believe this is going to want heat, so that's definitely going to be something I add to my herb collection. I did get one new eggplant. This is an heirloom, so I'm excited about that. It's white with streaks of violet that fade to soft lavender. And the eggplants get to be about 8 inches inside. It's called the Antigua. So I'm excited. I'm always looking for new eggplant. I grow kind of, a bunch of different types, but these ones from the picture, they're longer and thinner, and I kind of gravitate towards that more than the Black Beauty, even though traditionally I grew up eating the Black Beauty. That was just what my grandpa always had, but I like trying new things now that I grow my own. I did get more ground cherries, Aunt Molly's ground cherries. These are not new to me. I've grown these in years past. I had some really old seeds and they just didn't do anything for me, but these are really, really prolific. And they're in the tomatillo family, but the flavor is sweet. You just eat it right off of the plant. And what I like about it is it tells you when it's right because the fruit just fall. They just fall right off. And it's so easy to go out and harvest because it's just like, okay, well, it lets you know when it's done. Okay, I do have one new cucumber. I know in my last video I said I was probably going to stick with the Suyo Long and I think maybe the Tasty Green, but yet here we are. And it's called the Sweeter Yet Hybrid. So this one is new to me. It says it's early to mature, and I think I like that because we do have 2 seasons of cucumbers, but they do peter out over the summer. So the earlier I can get some fruit, the happier I will be. Okay, another not completely new to me is the Dunja hybrid zucchini. This one is supposedly good in greenhouses for greenhouse growing. I believe it's parthenocarpic. It's supposed to be able to set fruit without bees present. I typically just still go out and hand pollinate my flowers, but I figure it gives the best chance for greenhouse growing. And I do over the summer have to grow my squash, at least on this property, in my greenhouse because of the squash vine borers. And there is just, you're not getting away from them here. And lastly, this one is new to me. It's a pumpkin and it is Casper. So as the name would describe, it is a white-skinned ornamental pumpkin. It has thick orange flesh with excellent eating qualities. Fruit weighs between 10 and 16 pounds and are 9 to 12 inches in diameter. It also says it has less bluing than other white varieties. So if that's something that impresses you, I really got this more because we have the Homestead property and we always spend a lot of money at pumpkin patches in the fall. It would be nice to just kind of have, our own thing going on. So now I'm going to move into my peppers. This one is a free packet that I got. It's called the Sweet Bella Hybrid. So Sweet Bella Hybrid, because it's a free pack, I really don't know too much about it. Resists 5 races of bacterial leaf spot. It's a blocky bell pepper, 4 to 4.5 inch fruit. Huh. I get a lot of bacterial leaf spot where I live with the humidity. It's what normally takes out. Even my hydroponic system, as much as they fight it, I still end up losing plants to it. So this one may be a contender, actually, and it was free, so that's exciting. Another sweet pepper. This is the Ozark Giant. I'm always on the hunt for really large bell peppers. I did pretty good with the Red Impact last year, and I will be growing those again, but just something about growing bigger and bigger things every year. I don't know, it's a thing. So these are noted to be colossal bell peppers in 85 days, so that's not bad. They can easily reach 8 inches long and are as sweet as can be. And it claims they're quite productive. This is just a new fun one for me. I grow serranos every year. I use them in salsa. It's my favorite use for them. But this year I'm going to be growing a purple serrano. Have not come across that before. I was excited to see that in the seed catalog. So yeah, it's just a beautiful purple fruited version of serrano. My son, he likes spicy food like me, and I was not planning on growing like super hots this year. He wanted to pick out a couple seed packets from the catalog. And so I'm always here to encourage my kids to get involved with growing food, growing anything really. And my son picked out the Scotch Bonnet red pepper. I've never grown the Scotch Bonnet peppers, so I'm here for it. I mean, it says it has a fruity aroma, same blistering heat as a habanero, which I've grown those before, so I'm not totally unfamiliar with that heat level, but I really wasn't planning on doing that this year, but he talked me into it. This one is called Chinese Giant. Chinese Giant. This one looks like it matures pretty quick, 75 days. Old-fashioned bell pepper is huge, 5 to 6 inches deep and wide, but grows on a compact bushy plant. So that's another one that will probably be a good contender for my hydroponic system, because if you've been following the channel, I'm expanding hydroponically in my yard due to bacterial wilt problems. So there's that. My last sweet pepper is Giant Marconi Hybrid. And then my last pepper is a hot pepper. It's the fish pepper. If you saw my last video, this is the one of the ones that I came across that I already had seeds for that were older, and I didn't realize that, so I ordered some more. But they're a very unusual and ornamental pepper plant. It's got variegated leaves, which is really what I was drawn to. On both, it's got variegated leaves and variegated peppers. So that's why they have like the stripes on them. Both leaves and fruit are striped with creamy white, green, with the peppers eventually turning orange. It's a very hot fruit, 1 to 2 inches long, and it was used to season fish and shellfish in Baltimore and Philadelphia back in the 30s and 40s, and hence why it got its name, because it was used to season fish and shellfish. I like seeds with a past. I mean, I know most seeds have a past, but I like when I get a little story. It's intriguing. Honestly, I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for it. If I go into a seed catalog and there's like a history for a seed, even if I don't need that seed, I'm probably just going to buy it, which my husband's going to see this video. I'm waiting for him to start hiding my seed catalogs when they come in the mail. So moving on to tomatoes, because that's like my jam always. This is a free packet. So it's called Sugar Baby, 54 days. So Sugar Baby, 54 days. It's early, extremely early harvest, super sweet tomatoes. Okay, so this one is called the persimmon, and it's a golden orange tomato, hence the name persimmon. They claim it has one of the best flavors of all the orange tomatoes. Average 5-inch in diameter, between 1 and 2 pounds. I like to grow large slicers. If I'm going to be growing a slicer, I want it to be big. And genetics matter for that. So I'm excited about this one. It does say it bears well. It's an indeterminate. So I also have, I believe my son picked out this one. I believe he wanted to pick out one pepper and one tomato, and I'm pretty sure he picked out this one. It's called the German Giant. 77 days. So that's actually not bad for a large slicing tomato. Now this is an heirloom, so that's good to know. I can save seeds. Produces an abundance of deep pink tomatoes that are just huge and brimming with luscious flavor. I love pink tomatoes. I find them sweeter than just your regular old red tomatoes. And I don't always love the super acidic flavor of red tomatoes. So I tend to lean towards sweeter ones. But 2 pounds or more. So if you're looking for something, okay, you may want to try out this German Giant. And especially since it's an heirloom, I mean, can't really go wrong with that. This is another heirloom called Big Rainbow. And as its name would suggest, it's a bicolored beefsteak tomato with unique coloring weights, and with unique coloring, and weighs 2 pounds and more. Again, I am on the quest this year for a 2-pound tomato. I think we can do it. This is called Speckled Roman. It is a paste variety, 5 inches long, and red with jagged golden stripes. That's what drew me to it. It was a pretty version of a paste tomato. 6 to 8 ounces of fruit. It's my first time growing it. This is part of the Brandywine family. I talked about them a little bit in my last video too. This is the yellow Brandywine. I have grown every other color that I have come across, and they typically do well. They don't typically last as long as some of my other tomato varieties, I'm not going to lie, but they have good flavor, and it says 1 to 2 pounds. It's a deep golden yellow. This is called the Dixie Golden Giant. I'm sure you can guess why I picked this one. It is both sweet, fruity taste in a huge, clear lemon yellow beefsteak, 1 to 2 pounds. They have a pink blush on their blossom ends. So it's just going to be a really pretty one. And if I can get it up to 2 pounds, then, you know, I've succeeded in my mission. Now this one is a determinate version, yes. And it's a hybrid. It's the Bella Rosa. I'm really trying this for the first time. I've heard really good things about it in the Southeast. I'm growing it for production purposes. That's all I could really say about it. I mean, I hope it tastes good, but I'm not growing it to be a showstopper. I'm literally growing it to be a producer, if you will. This one is not too new to me. It's the Cherokee Carbon Hybrid. Now, what I don't know, I've grown Cherokee Carbon, but they didn't list it. I don't remember them listing it as a hybrid. Maybe it was. Maybe I have grown this before. I know it performs well. So both Cherokee Purple and Carbon perform pretty well. So a hybrid should hopefully perform that much more. I really got this one for the flavor. Purple tomatoes. I know I mentioned pink tomatoes being super sweet and that I gravitate towards the colored ones, but purple are by far my favorite colored tomatoes, purple or black, in any of the tomato families, because they kind of have like a smoky, umami almost flavor, and they tend to be not as acidic with some sweet notes. I don't know. To me, purple wins. Now this one my husband picked up. It's the Big Zach Hybrid. This one says it bears enormous 4 to 6 pound fruits. I'm on the hunt for a 2-pounder this year. If I can get a 4 to 6, I'm here for it. It says it's a high quality tomato, meaty and delicious. as well as disease resistant. So that's exciting because, again, disease pressure here where it's super humid is just par for the course. But he picked that one out, 4 to 6 pounds. I should have known. This one is, I don't know if this one's a paste tomato or not, or just a pink producer. It's Lady Sophia, 10 to 12 ounce fruit produced on large indeterminate plants, said to be queen of the pink tomatoes. Oh, this one, this one is the banana legs. So this one I do believe, it's low in acid, meaty texture. It's great for sauces. That's why I picked this one. Last year I grew, and I'm going to grow again, the cream sausage, the red paste, or the red sausage. I'm sorry, the red sausage, the cream sausage, and garden paste tomatoes. The garden paste, king of my yard, period. But this one, I saw it. I like the idea of the yellow sauce tomatoes because they bring more sweet than, your more traditional red Romas. Not that I'm not going to grow those too because it's me. That's what I do. But yeah. And then I have the Chef's Choice Red Hybrid. Chef's Choice Red Hybrid. I've grown every color of Chef's Choice but red, which is weird, right? So this is my first year growing that. I don't know if I'm going to grow the other Chef's Choice colors this year just because I have so many. So that is the first of 2026. I can't wait. I have another seed haul video that I'll be doing probably right after this one because I have another box being delivered. And then I will have another order I'm sure I'm placing through Baker's Creek. So this was all from, I should have mentioned this in the beginning. This was all from Tomato Growers, which this is their catalog. So thanks for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to know if you have tomato varieties that you're growing for the first time this year that you're excited about, or really any variety of anything. Share it down below because I'm always looking, across all categories, I'm always looking for new seeds. I think it's just the thrill of something new. So if you have any suggestions or just whatever you're excited to be growing, share it down below. And if you're into gardening and homesteading content, I encourage you to subscribe. And until next time, stay blessed.